Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmaduel.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today, we're going to go through the Neo Impact box set, which is located at the shop within Duel World. So this set comes with a whole lot of good stuff. It's a 200-pack set, so it's not one of the mini boxes. This is the full-size box. It comes with just a whole bunch of good stuff. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. I want to start out with the ultra rares that you're able to pick up. The first one is Garlandolf, King of Destruction. It's a level 7 Fiend Ritual, 2500 attack, 1400 defense. This card can only be ritual summoned with the ritual spell card Ritual of Destruction. When this card is ritual summoned, destroy all other face-up monsters on the field with defense less than or equal to this card's attack. This card gains 100 attack for each monster destroyed by this effect. So essentially what this does is, say if your field's pretty loaded, you got two monsters on there with 2500 defense or less, and your opponent has a pretty full field, you're able to basically wipe the board clean. Of course, you're also losing your monsters as well, but then you get a really nice increase, and you could get Garlandolf's attack up to, basically you could get it up to 3000 attack, just from the secondary effect of the 100 attack boost for each monster destroyed. So really good card. Then you got Divine Grace North Wemco. It is a level 7 spellcaster ritual monster, 2700 attack, 1200 defense. This card can only be ritual summoned when the ritual spell card Ritual of Grace. So this card is ritual summoned. Then select a number of face-up cards on the field except this card up to the number of monsters you used for the ritual summon. While any of the selected cards are face-up on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So seeing that this card is a 2700 attack, 1200 defense monster, I mean, it's really strong, but also too, I like how it can't be destroyed by card effects while selecting other cards that are on the field. So this has some staying power, especially since a lot of decks are more on the effect-oriented side as far as trying to get rid of opponent's monsters. So especially with a high attack, that's going to be your opponent's method, and that kind of nips it in the bud right there. So this is a really good ritual card to have as well. Next, you have another ultra rare, Double Causton, a level 4 zombie, 1700 attack, 1650 defense. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a dark monster. So overall, it doesn't have any type of other requirement that it has to be a normal dark monster. It's just any dark monster. So this is a good card to get your dark magicians out there, or basically any of your other 2 tribute dark type monsters, which there are a lot of. So that's just a really sought after card. As well as this next one here, we have Kaiser Seahorse, made famous by Kaiba's deck. Level 4 Sea Serpent, 1700 attack, 1650 defense. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a light monster. So there's your Blue Eyes tributes right there, all built into one monster. So pretty good ultra rare. Then you got Senju of the Thousand Hands, level 4 fairy. When this card is normal or flip summoned, you can add 1 ritual monster from your deck to your hand. It's got a 1400 attack, 1000 defense, so, it's not the strongest card in the world, but that effect is just awesome. So this will get you to search out those ritual monsters even quicker. Then you have the monster that's on the cover of the box, which is Meteor Bee Dragon. It's a level 8 dragon fusion between Red Eyes Bee Dragon and Meteor Dragon. It's got a 3500 attack, 2000 defense. Just a real quick way to get a strong monster out onto the field with the use of your polymerization or your fusion gate or whatever cards you're trying to use to make this happen. It is a fire type monster, so overall, man, this thing is just a beast. Having a 3500 attack monster, it's got a 2000 defense monster, so it's kind of lacking on the defense side, but for 3500 attack, it's well worth having. Then you have Half Shut, another ultra rare. It's a quick play spell card where you target 1 face-up monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle this turn, but its attack is halved until the end phase. So this could come into handy in just multiple ways, because maybe if you're trying to cut your opponent's attack in half, so you could kind of win the game and just run over the monster and just reduce your opponent's life points down to 0, you could use this for that. Or you could use Half Shut on your own monster. Maybe it's sitting there in defense position, but you use Half Shut to just make sure that your opponent doesn't destroy your monster, at least for the rest of the turn. So yeah, this card has multiple uses, and I kind of like this one a lot. Then you have Stamping Destruction, the ideal card for any dragon deck. It's a spell card where if you control a dragon-type monster, target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to its controller. So say, for example, you're going up against the Mako Tsunami deck with already he's got Umi on the field. Use your Stamping Destruction, destroy Umi, and inflict 500 life points to your opponent. Boom. Awesome, right? So, pretty good. You could have a ton of uses for it. And it also doesn't mean that the card has to be face up either. It could be face down. So that's just another really, really good card. Then, as far as equipped spells go, this is one of the better ones. You got Black Pendant. It's an equipped spell where the equipped monster gains 500 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So the nice part is, if your opponent destroys your monster that equipped Black Pendant to it, you're still going to burn your opponent for a few hundred damage. So 500 damage right there off the burn. Next, we have one of the most sought-after cards in Duel Links right now. It is Mirror Wall, the continuous trap card where each of your opponent's monsters that conducted an attack while this card was face-up on the field has its attack halved as long as this card remains on the field. During each of your standby phases, pay 2,000 life points or destroy this card. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. For the people who have been able to make it through this box set multiple times to get 3 copies of this, I'm extremely jealous of you. I've just managed to finally get my first one recently, and I love it. I mean, it's just a great throwback. I know it may be obsolete with a lot of the newer cards coming out, but for now, Mirror Wall does have a lot of staying power. This was a card that lasted a while, so yeah, it's just overall, it's just another really, really good ultra rare. So those are pretty much all the ultras that are in this box set. We could go over a few of the super rares in here as well, like Paladin of White Dragon. It's the level 4 Dragon Ritual, 1900 attack, 1200 defense, where you can ritual summon this card with White Dragon Ritual, and at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a face down position monster, destroy that face down monster. You contribute this card and special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck, but Blue Eyes White Dragons cannot attack for the rest of this turn. So, yeah, that's kind of, it's pretty cool. Gets your, searches out your Blue Eyes. Yeah, won't be able to attack the turn that you bring it out, but hey, keeping it on the field is a really, really good thing. Then you got Leotar. A lot of people like this card. It's a level 4 Beast Warrior, 1500 attack, 1600 defense. If this card battles a non-normal monster, this card gains 500 attack during the damage step only. So all those pesky effect monsters that have pretty decent attack, Leotar should be able to run over most of them because its attack will be boosted up to 2,000. So yeah, not bad. Let's see what else we have in here. We have Dweller in the Depths, a level 3 dragon. This card gains 300 attack for each continuous spell card in your spell and trap zone. So it's got a 1500 attack and a 700 defense. So if you combo it out with a lot of your continuous spell cards, this card can get pretty powerful pretty fast. Then you also have Jin, Prognosticator of Rituals. It's a level 3 fiend, 400 attack, 300 defense. When you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. If a player ritual summons using this card, if that ritual summon monster inflicts battle damage to the other player, they discard one card. So I really like the lingering effects afterwards. It's just another really, really good thing to have. Moving forward here, we got just your plain vanilla Jerry Beans Man, a level 3 plant, 1750 attack, 0 defense. This is just another really good card, just for sheer attack. So, just overall, can't say too many bad things about Jerry Beans Man, aside from the 0 defense part. But I mean, hey, could be worse. You got Gravity Axe Grawl. It's an equipped spell card where the equipped monster gains 500 attack. Monsters your opponent controls cannot change their battle positions. I like this one a lot too because I like using this one against some of those control decks where they're constantly changing the monsters from attack to defense position. Well, having this card stops them in their tracks and really limits what they're able to do. Then you got Shooting Starbow Seal. It's another spell equipped card where the equipped monster loses 1,000 attack, but it can attack your opponent directly. So it's a pretty good trade-off. If you got a strong monster like a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you bump his attack down to 2,000 instead of 3,000, but that 2,000 attacks your opponent directly. So you get some good combo plays off with this. Another card that I like in here is a trap card, Magician's Circle. When a spellcaster-type monster declares an attack, each player special summons one spellcaster-type monster with 2,000 or less attack from their deck in attack position. So haven't gotten any copies of this one yet, and I'm pretty far through the box. I'd like to get both copies, honestly, because it would go great in my Dark Magician deck, where it's just a quick way to get your Dark Magician Girl out onto the field. So yeah, a lot of really cool things. Also, Regretful Rebirth, the trap card where when a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target that monster, special summon it, and face up defense position, but it is destroyed during your end phase. You can combo this out pretty well with some cards that have effects when they're destroyed and sent to the graveyard, so you can kind of double dip on that. So having Regretful Rebirth is a really good super rare trap to have, and it is in this box set. So yeah, I mean, overall there's a few other super rares, but we'll touch on those another time. But Neo Impact, overall, just a really, really good box set, and I know it was one of the earlier ones. Man, this one it's just fantastic. Just the type of cards that you could get, and it seems like you got a lot of cards that are not just really good for ritual support, but you got a lot of good generic support cards that could go in a lot of different decks, and that's what I kind of look for in a lot of these box sets when I'm looking into investing my gems. It would be a box set like this, where I know that I could use some of the more sought after cards like Mirror Wall and like Black Pendant and stuff like that, even Half Shut. Cards like those that you know you could basically put in any deck. That's right up my alley, and I think a lot of people would agree on that front. So anyway, that's kind of it for today's little overview of Neo Impact. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is one of your favorite box sets, or if there's a lot of stuff that you like or don't like about it, I'd love to hear about it. Reach out to me on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk. But anyway, that's it for today's episode. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.